What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Captain America. And aesthetically, I think Cap looks freaking awesome. I think he looks amazing. You know, the Phoenix theme is just a cool theme, right? With the flames surrounding the characters. I mean, they're literally on fire, which is a pretty cool thing to see, especially with Captain America. And I love the aesthetics of the uniform, and it's really going to be a common theme amongst all these guys. But the thing about Captain America is, you know, this is a substantial upgrade. It really is. He's a lot stronger than what he was before, but he feels the same as far as like playing him. He doesn't feel really much different. The rotation feels pretty much the same. We are going to be playing him with a proc to show you how proc friendly he actually is. But they did do some nice things for the character. For one, on his tier 3, they gave him an all defense down that actually applies to the world boss. That's actually really good. That's going to help us damage tremendously against the regular world bosses. And that's nice. But a big criticism that I have with this tier 3, and many of you know this if you've been watching this channel, is it doesn't have invincibility, right? So whenever you're trying to charge this thing, he gets guard broken. If he's facing against Knull and you don't have your invincibility up, you still get guard broken. So you still have to play him the same way that we've always had to play this character prior to this uniform. And that kind of sucks, right? I really wish that Netmarble would have changed this tier 3, you know, like they did with Wolverine's tier 3. Like, I wish they would have done something different for him. They did give him some paralysis also on his 3rd skill, which is pretty cool. I mean, 3 seconds of paralysis, you know, and this is nice also for the regular world boss. So against regular world boss, because the extra all defense down applies to world boss themselves, other than world boss legend, and having the paralysis on the 3rd skill, and then also having, I think, some paralysis on the 5th skill. I mean, that really helps with your CC. They also gave him an extra 10% more attack on his 5th skill, and now he's got a 25% recovery of heal. So he's got better survivability. He also still has the immunity on the 1 skill, and he got his invincibility on the 4, which has always been a staple for Captain America. His leadership is exactly the same as it was before. And I think, let me look at his in-game uniform here real quick. I think his in-game uniform, yeah, I mean, it didn't even have a heal. So, I mean, getting that extra 25% heal, I mean, that's pretty massive. It really is for this character. And as far as his skills, I mean, they're beautiful, right? I mean, the Phoenix Force uniform looks awesome. I mean, it's sick. It's a sick looking skill. It's a sick looking skill. I love it, man. Right? You got the 4 skill. I like that little, echo shadow right there. That's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. Good job, Netmarble. I mean, Netmarble always does such a good job with aesthetics and these animations. Very sick. Now, his paralysis, I believe, comes at the end. Yeah, it comes right at the end. So that's actually really good. So whenever you paralyze an opponent, like if you end on the 3rd skill in your rotation, and then you jump back into the 5 and 4 or 5 tier 3, whatever, then they're just going to be sitting there and they'll come at you. Although whenever you do your tier 3, you actually want to get attacked. Now, the thing that I wish they wouldn't have done for him, well, I mean, I'm glad they did it. The thing that's nice is when you do the 5th skill, you get a lot of residual damage from it. Whenever he jumps up and he lands, there's a lot of damage, a lot of residual damage right here that's happening. The problem is you got to let him jump up and hit the ground before you can cancel it. So if I go 5-4, you see that we don't get nothing from the 5. We don't get anything, right? And you also want to let the 5 play out. He gets the heal at the very beginning, which is nice. But you always want to make sure that the 5, he jumps up, he slams down, then go into the 4, and you'll see that shield on the bottom. And that's nice too, by the way, that little shield icon on the bottom. That's nice. So you want to combine the 5 and the 4. The problem is when you're playing with a proc, a lot of times when you start off with the 5, he does a hit, and sometimes it will set off the proc, which is pretty annoying. But he plays pretty much the same. You pretty much just want to go 5, slam, 4, land the proc on the 4, and then your invincibility is going to play out, and then you want to go 2, and then 1, use your immunity whenever your invincibility is all in cooldown. That way you have a little bit more survivability. But I mean, he's got that 25% heal, so I don't know really how much it matters. And then you go into the 3rd skill afterwards. Now, the paralysis isn't going to really matter in World Boss, but this is what I hate. Same old tier 3. Now, it looks cool. It looks cool, right? He's got the wings, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let me do that again. I mean, that's awesome. Like, you see the wings enlarging as you're doing that skill. Come on now. All right. I mean, that's cool, and that's a nice touch. But it's the same. I mean, look at the wings. Look at the wings. That's lit. That is a lit animation. It looks awesome. But the problem with it is that I feel like a lot of players, like myself, we're going to be like, yeah, this looks cool. It looks awesome. But I don't want to play with the character because I got to sit there and charge up my skill, try to take damage. It's just, his tier 3 is just an awkward thing to play with. And I just hate it. You know, I just can't stand that damn thing. And then we have a stage 10 Power of Angry Hawk set. And he does have a critical rate with 120% damage proc. Just a regular cheap little damage proc obelisk. And you guys can look at my stats here. Something that is nice about Cap, though, is that he can use White Fox. That's pretty lit. That's pretty lit. Especially if you have her newest uniform. That's pretty lit. I gotta say, and really having a critical damage would be better. Critical damage obelisk. Really, to be fair, guys, a rage is going to be the best for this character. Well, I mean, or a judgment. I mean, you could use a judgment. You could absolutely use a judgment. That would be, well, this is physical, a physical. Let me look at his 4. I mean, this is, yeah, fire damage of physical. This is fire damage of physical. Yeah. So his 5 and his 4, his main damaging skills are fire damage. So really a judgment would work on him pretty well. You're not going to really see like a big damage buff with a judgment on the third. Well, no, the third skill is fire damage too. So yeah. Actually, yeah, a judgment would work really, really well on this character. And you get that extra chain hit damage from it, get the extra all attack. So actually judgment would be really, really good. So, and as far as this uniform effect, you know, he does get increased fire damage, which is awesome. He gets extra basic attack by 20%. I mean, those are pretty big buffs. And then he's got the activation rate, 50% chance when hit. He has a 100% chance to become immunity. So still very, very tanky. And then he gets another attack buff by 20% and crit rate buff on a 20-second cooldown. So really having critical damage obelisk would be a lot better. So let me show you what's up with old Cap. We'll go against old Proxy here first. And we'll take Wolverine out of there and we'll slap in old Cap. And let's see what's up. Now, I could put White Fox in here, to be fair. I mean, I could, but I don't think we really need to. And we don't need a heal because he's already got an insane heal in his kit. But we'll try to do 5-4. But again, a lot of times that 5 will trigger the proc. And it's just, I just wish that you could just cancel it immediately. That would be a lot better and still get all the residual damage from it. But we'll try it. See, I canceled it too early. But he's got a lot of good burst damage. Let me see if I can play that a little bit better. There we go. There we go. And notice that there's a lot more damage when you cancel that, baby. Now notice what I did there. And we're going to try to take damage. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a, you know, he's got the all defense down now on that tier 3. So it's just like, I mean, he just murders. I mean, that's freaking nuts. That is freaking nuts, guys. Like, seriously, you can do one shots of that damn tier 3. That is crazy. So I mean, like for regular World Boss players, right? If they're not playing World Boss Legend, or if you do decide to play in regular World Boss, where like all that extra all defense down applies, I mean, you're going to see an insane bump in his damage. That's crazy. He just, I mean, he just mowed it down like it was nothing. That actually shocked me and actually got me pretty excited. I mean, I know it's regular World Boss, but it's still pretty cool. It's still pretty cool to see something like that. Now, with Knull and Mephisto, it's a different world. Obviously, against Mephisto, he's got a type disadvantage, so that's always a bummer with combat types. That's just a bummer. But a lot of us, like myself, we just mainly face Knull, so we don't really worry about it so much. I'm just going to go against stage 9 here. And we're just going to use War Machine's leadership. And actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and put White Fox in there because Cap does actually benefit from this. And here's the thing, guys. You know, he's got 120% damage proc. Normal ranked uniform, right? It's just crap, right? He does get ignore dodge on his tier 3, but it's only for 3 seconds. And since we have no ignore dodge, we want to make sure that we have some ignore dodge strikers, so that way Knull isn't dodging our attacks. So we need one more. Let's get one more in there. There we go. So, and this is kind of the caveat to him. Now, if you're running a CTP of energy, you'll get the extra ignore dodge on the CTP of energy, and you wouldn't need as much. If you have White Fox's new uniform, again, you'll get 30% ignore dodge. I mean, I could put Valkyrie on the team and get that extra 30% ignore dodge, but I mean, White Fox is actually a better buff for him. So we'll just go ahead and stick with this. This is going to be 80% ignore dodge. It'll be more than enough. That way his attacks won't be missing. Well, let's see how this plays out. Now, Cap's survivability is actually really, really great. And remember, I am just using 30% increase of physical attack. War Machine's passive is not applying to Captain America. I gotta say. And it looks like his proc is staying where it belongs. Now I want to see, yeah, he's going to bring out the cage. We're probably going to get caught. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit 5-4 and then tier 3. We're going to charge up. Try to take a little damage. And there we go. We still got accumulation up. Wow. Okay, we want to back away, back away, back away. Try not to get caught. Try not to get caught. Damn it, man. We got caught again. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. I mean, as you all can see, old Cap here has got some power. Now, I'm going to go ahead, 5-4 tier 3. We're going to try to take some damage. There we go, there we go, there we go. I mean, I got to admit, he is, now, we did that with 120% damage proc, right? Just a 30% increase in physical attack leadership. And we did have the 60% damage to the supervillains from White Fox. Normal rank uniform, we did that in a minute and 15 seconds. I mean, Cap, he's got some power. He's got some power. I mean, he's got some oomph, if you know what I mean. Now, here's where, this is, and the thing is, I am playing with a proc, and he's actually playing fairly well. So we're going to try to hit the 5-4 here. Hit the tier 3, try to take a little damage, and go. Right? I mean, it's, get in there, get in there. Now, there are proc triggered early, which is what we don't want. We're going to try to get away from old Knull. And, I gotta say, old Cap can get it done now. We're going to go ahead and use War Machine to kind of run around. I mean, I could use Cap. He's got enough survivability, but I'm just playing it safe. What can I say? We're having a pretty good run so far. Not bad at all. I mean, Cap's, I know it's just stage 9, but honestly, the way he's plowing through this is, it's something. So we're going to hit that 5-4 again. And we're going to try to take some damage and go into that tier 3. And... right? It's freaking nuts. And now I'm just going to try to hit that 5-4. I kind of screwed up there. But that's all right. And because he has that heal, he just has, he's just really tanky, right? Well, not tanky, but he just has a lot more survivability. Now, here's where it kind of sucks. And boom. So, I mean, under 3 minutes. Right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, Captain America is stronger than Wolverine. And if you guys want to see that comparison, I can show you, but he is. PvE-wise, he definitely is. Thanks for the CCF. I mean, this guy's got some power. I mean, he's not top tier, but man, this is a big upgrade. This is a big upgrade. Whoops, I didn't even click on that. I mean, I got to tell you guys, like, after just playing with him just now, I'm pretty impressed. I'm probably going to end up pushing him further to see what he can really do. But when you see a run like that, it doesn't, I don't know. I'm kind of changing my opinion a little bit now after having a run like that, because that wasn't very difficult at all. It was actually pretty easy. I'm actually wondering what his CTP of energy would be like on this guy. because he actually played fairly well with that prop. Honestly, a lot easier than he ever would with the in-game uniform. And I got a mighty CTP with all that extra attack. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you all feel. If you would like to see that, to see him get pushed a little bit further. I mean, I'm not going to be able to love his uniform because I don't have uniform chips. I use them all on Wolverine. But I got to tell you, man, I'm actually pleasantly surprised and impressed with Captain America. Again, I don't think he's going to be top tier, but he's solid. He's a lot better than what he was before. Better survivability because the heal. Seems to be a lot easier to play and definitely has a lot more damage. And definitely in regular world boss, you're going to see a insane improvement in regular world boss because of the CC, because of the all defense down on the tier 3. You're just going to see a massive, massive improvement. Not to mention that if you're using White Fox and you have her, all debuff effect leadership in regular world boss, that's going to bump up his all defense down to tier 3. He's going to do even more damage. I didn't even do that. I was just using Nick Fury, so it would be even better then. And you all saw what he did just now. But I'm going to have to recommend the same thing that I recommended in the Wolverine video. I would highly advise you just to wait till Black Friday before you buy this uniform, because you know the Epic Quest is coming. We know that a 6600 Crystal Wall character is coming. We don't know how strong that character is going to be, but more than likely, very powerful, could be. We don't really know. But I'm just saying, I think it's best just to play it safe unless you have an abundance of crystals, unless you just want to wail out on old Captain America. That's completely up to you. So let me know how y'all feeling about Captain America. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.